Who's that?
Hey guys, it's McKenna, and today I'm going to be reacting to Greta Van Fleet's new album. I'm listening to it for the very first time. It's not even out yet as I'm filming this. It's 10:54 p.m. and it comes out 11 p.m. my time. I've done a few of these videos where I like record my reaction listening to albums for the first time, and I feel like they're fun because listening to stuff like this for the very first time it's so fun to listen to for the first time because you can like never listen to it for the first time twice. And I like watching other people's reactions because I feel like I'm like living through them. It feels like I'm experiencing it for the first time with them. I've talked about Greta a few times in my videos in the past. I've been listening to them for a really long time actually. I think when I started listening to them it was like 2018, but I was just like a casual fan for a really long time. I was more just a fan of the music. I wasn't really like into the band or anything. Like if you were to ask me any of the band members' names, then I wouldn't be able to tell you that. Now I could tell you that, but only within like the past year have I like really gotten like into the band and like know things about the band and have made friends with people who also like the band, and you know what I mean? I will say from what I've seen from other people who've already listened to the album, if they listened to it at a listening party, or from like journalists and stuff who have reviewed it, it's gotten pretty mixed reviews, which I feel like that's how their last album was received. Like some people really loved it and some people were kind of just like about it. And it seems like the people that loved Gardensgate were kind of like about Starcatcher, and the people that were kind of like about Gardensgate loved Starcatcher. Battle Gardensgate is an amazing album. Go listen to it if you've never heard it. But my favorite album probably will always be From the Fires, and that's not even an album technically. That's like a double EP, I think. I don't know if it's just because like that's the era that I started listening to them. I don't know, that one has always been my favorite. I've heard so many different things from people that have already listened to this that I have no idea what to expect. I have high hopes for this, and I feel like my expectations are gonna be met. I don't know why. I know some people were kind of iffy about the album and it was like not really their thing, but I just, from the few singles that they've released and the few little like teasers and stuff that I've heard already, I feel like it's gonna be really good and it's gonna be like right up my alley. Oh my god. I literally saw it just get loaded. It just popped up on Spotify. So there's 10 songs. I've heard 3 of them. They've released 4 singles, but the last single that they released, which is The Falling Sky, I have not heard yet. I wanted to wait to listen to it with the full album, like start to finish, front to back, as they intended it to be listened to. I'm so scared. Also, I'm a lyrics person, so I have to read the lyrics while I listen. Also, so I can understand what Josh is saying. Okay. Fate of the Faithful. Oh, okay. Oh, I love that part. Oh. Oh, I thought it was over. Okay. My brain hasn't really had time to digest that yet. I like it. It's like, I don't really know how to describe it. I'm horrible at describing music. Song number 2, Waited All Your Life. I feel like this one, I feel like I'm gonna like this one. Just from the title. Yeah, this is my kind of song. Ooh, I like that one. I think that one's my favorite one so far. Out of the 2 that we've listened to and all the singles I've heard, I think that one's my favorite. Okay, next up is The Falling Sky, which I haven't heard the full song yet. I've heard like clips and stuff because they've like teased it on like Instagram and stuff, so I've heard little clips, but I haven't heard the whole thing yet. Oh, he's like, "Rrr." That's the only part I ever heard. That's why I know the words. I promise I didn't listen to the rest of it. His voice is so deep. Is that a harmonica? Yes, Sammy! Sammy sings backup in this. Like you can barely hear it. That one was a good one. I think that one is my favorite. I can't believe I never listened to it. But I love that. I love how like his like voice is a little bit lower. He's like, "Arr." The next one is Sacred the Thread, which I have heard, but we're still gonna listen to it. This one was probably my favorite of the singles that they released. That's my favorite part. I love that part. Alrighty, Sacred Thread. I love that song. It's still one of my favorites. I've said that about all of them, but next one is Runway Blues, which I do know a little bit of history of this song, lore, whatever you want to call it. This song is barely over a minute long, and apparently it's because Josh didn't like it. Everyone else loved it, and he was like, no, so they only put like half of the song on the album, which from what I've heard from other people who've already listened to it, apparently it's like the best song on the album, and everybody is mad that we only get half of it because Josh just hates it so much. So this song is really short. Oh. Josh, are you for serious? Are you kidding me? That makes me so mad that there's like a total other like minute, possibly close to 2 minutes of that song. If that was longer, if I had more of it, that would probably be my favorite song on the whole album. It's so different though, and it like completely like breaks up the album. I feel like sometimes when like if you're listening to the same album like start to finish, they can kind of all like blend into each other, but like having each song be like a little bit different but like still cohesive is like the best. And I feel like that like still matched like the vibe of the album but was like different and kind of like, you know, broke up the speed a little bit. Next one, the Indigo Streak. Who was that? Who was harmonizing with him? Oh, okay. I like that. That's good. That's a good solo. Okay. Next one, Frozen Light. I have heard nothing about this song. Like some of the other songs I've like heard like little tidbits about. This one I've heard nothing. I've heard no lyrics. I've heard no opinions. I've literally heard nothing about this song. Who's that? That's Danny. We love Danny. I love when they talk in it and like put stuff in the beginning or at the end of like them talking in the studio. I love little pieces like that. Jake is so good. Is it over? That one ended like abruptly. That's like very like, you're done, no more. Next is The Archer. This feels like very medieval. Like I'm on like a pirate ship going to battle. Who's Sarah? I love that Jake is so crazy talented that there is just an insanely impressive guitar solo on every single song. They're just in all the songs. Always some sort of guitar solo or like funky little trick you can do with this guitar. Okay, up next is Meeting the Master, which was the first single that they released. I've already heard this one, but again, we're gonna listen to it anyways to get the full effect. I love this song. I think it's a great song, and it really shows like how talented they are. I feel like it's a good song for them. Like it's a very like Greta Van Fleet song. Like if you're introducing someone to Greta Van Fleet that's never heard any of their music before, like I'd play this song because it's just so good. Like, are you kidding me? Another guitar solo. It's so good. It just feels so good to listen to that song. Okay, the last song is Farewell for Now, which I have heard, but I've been trying to limit the amount that I listen to it. It just seems like a special song. Like I don't want to like over listen to it. You know, like I feel like it very obviously serves a purpose. That purpose is not just like casually listening to it and like putting it on all your playlists and like listening to it all the time. It's like listening to it if you listen to the album start to finish, or hearing it at the end of a show or something like that. Not a lot of artists have songs like this though that are like specifically dedicated to like saying goodbye and thank you for coming. They've always made it very obvious that they love their fans, and I feel like this song is for their fans. This song's so cute. I love it. That's a great way to end the album. This album feels very like a cohesive thing. Like it starts out really big and it ends, you know, with a very satisfying ending, and I love that. I think that it flows really well together, listening to it start to finish. I need to listen to it a few more times and really sleep on it to give you like my full official ranking, but I think right now Falling Sky, Runway Blues, and the Indigo Streak are my favorites. When I go to edit this, I will put my ranking on the screen so you can see it, but right now I'm not even about to try to rank that because there's no way. I don't know if it passed From the Fires of my favorite album ranking. It passed Anthem of the Peaceful Army as my second favorite. So it's like From the Fires and Starcatcher are tied for my favorite album of theirs. And then Anthem of the Peaceful Army is under that. And then Battle Garden Skate, which I don't want people thinking that I do not like Battle Garden Skate. I do. I love that album. I think it's a great album, and there's a lot of songs on there that are incredible. Like Caravel is literally one of my favorite Greta songs ever. Flower Power and Caravel are like my two all-time favorite Greta songs. That might change after I go listen to this album again. But before Starcatcher, those were my two favorite songs. I love that album. But compared to the other ones, I like them better. And that's my personal taste. I hope you enjoyed reliving listening to it for the first time. And if you haven't listened to it yet fully, and if you're just watching this video for funsies and you haven't listened to the album yet, go listen. It's great. And go see them on tour if you can get tickets, because tickets are insane right now. But yeah, also if you're going to Nashville, let me know. I'll have friendship bracelets. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next Sunday with a new video.